Hey guys, just want to give an update here on what I got going on. What I did do with the projector, let me hit the other light on here. There, that'll help. What I did do with the projector is I told you guys I wanted to get a outlet up there and run everything through the wall. So it's exactly what I did. No more cables hanging. Everything's run up through. Projector's mounted. Everything's done. New media rack. So everything here is where I want it to be, where I need it to be. Gets everything out of the way. Everything's got its own place. Everything's got its own angle. And remember, as I was doing before, everything's run back. And if you really can't see it because it's too won't focus really well, back through the wall. So the speakers, as I was giving you guys updates last time, see if we can get this other grill off. Maybe you can get a better angle on it. You know, everybody's like, people always ask me, man, it's dark in your room. It's pure daylight out right now, and it's not that it's uber dark. It's just that that's how light it is outside. It just happens to be dark in the theater. So I'm still using the Definitive Technology 8040 BPs. They replaced those with the new model, which is exactly the same thing. Only thing different is they changed the Definitive logo here to it says DT. Yeah, that's the big difference. What I did change, since I'm not putting the screen down right now, so I'm just using the TV. And I'm not playing the movie, so I don't get busted for copyright infringement. I did raise my front heights about another 6 inches, still right where they need to be. And they're angled down at about 15 degrees. So they're pointing right at your head for the front heights. I am using a different tower at this point in time. I can't really show you what, because these are a prototype. And I really can't show you what they do because the copyright is still in the process. So ultimately, let's just say those towers are insane. Literally, what I've been doing is, because of the way the material and what those towers do, I have not used my center channel, which is right there. I have not used my center channel for the last like 2 weeks. And it still sounds like it's active and playing, and the voices are still coming right there. So, yeah. Let's just say those things are nuts, and those are the prototypes. So when they go into production, they'll be in the probably anywhere between $1,500 to $2,000 range, and also doing on walls with the same type of technology. It's a friend of mine that used to have a huge home theater place, and now is back to building a custom. And you know, this is something that technology that nobody else has or is doing at any price point. Trust me, I've looked and I've done my research on them, and listening to these things are one of the few things that you can say that sound wise separate the music from the soundtrack. Like, it's something totally separate. It's pretty amazing. And not only that, because of the way they are and what they do, it actually sounds like you're still using your Atmos speakers. And I'm not even using my sides. All I'm using is my backs and my rears, and just the fronts. So I'm not using front heights or sides. And it sounds like in certain movies, when this is being played, that as you can see in Atmos, and it is literally sounding like, with these speakers, it sounds like there's sounds coming from up over here, above where these are, back up here, up over where those are. And depending on the soundtrack, I'll give you a good example. In Transformers 4, even though it's a shitty movie, the beginning in Atmos, when the helicopter flies over your head and you get it going back from here, and normally you get it from here over the top with the stuff that's in the Atmos enabled speakers or the front heights. Well, it still sounds like it's going in right over the top of your head, and all it's playing is the rears and nose, and it's nuts. So I'll fill you in more as they get closer to launch, but I will also have my friends in the industry help out to review these. They're nothing like you've ever seen before, and I can't even pull the grill because you really just don't even know. But so quick update. That's what I'm doing. Still keeping my speakers in check. Again, it's dark. I understand. I can get a flashlight and hit it. The bipoles, tweeter. And on the flip side, opposite of what's going on. So ultimately, it's something that you guys are not going to believe, even in broad daylight. Again, if I kill this light, which I will. Oh, here comes my son. Hi, buddy. So even in broad daylight, and if I kill this, what's it? What movie is this, buddy? Nemo. That's right. I know. So we'll be watching Nemo. But obviously, even in broad daylight, if I happen to close the door, I didn't pull the little bit of a curtain there. Yeah, buddy.
I want the other it.
All right, well, go get it.
I can't find it.
All right, I'll find it for you. So it's pretty dark in here, even in broad daylight. If I drop the screen, it totally, you're still, everything's perfect in here. So again, BenQ HC1200. Gentlemen, if you're interested and you need something that does incredible black levels, perfect grayscale, and doesn't have to cost you $1 bazillion, my suggestion, pick that up. You won't be sorry. Do your research. All you got to do, even in cinema mode, if you don't want to calibrate it, it's perfect grayscale. So go that route. Xbox One, cable box, HDV player. There's a Sony Blu-ray. There's your Emotiva. There's that. And the Derby is back there, which you can't see. There it is. Yep, the Derby, buddy. So, new media rack, keeping everything separate, cool, nice and calm. Just couldn't do it earlier on because he's like 10 people and a tornado together. So, that's basically what's going on. I hope you guys click like and subscribe. That's for my one buddy, Tom Logan. OC3D. He always does this crap. So check it out. I will post more on those. Towers as soon as I can. But ultimately, the cool thing about this is, even if I drop that screen right to the ground, it'll come down as far as the top of this ottoman, about 1.5 feet easily past. I don't have to mess with anything as far as trying to cover up center channel sound, because now technically it's not even an issue because of the way these towers work. You don't really even need it, and that's kind of taboo to say, but you don't even really need a center channel if you end up with something like these towers. You won't need that. You won't even miss it. I've enabled it, disabled it, enabled it, disabled it, tested tons of movies with this setup so far, and not one time have I really had a part where I was like, wow, it's that center channel is sorely missed. It's not. And it's crazy and it's crappy to say, because that thing cost a lot of money and this whole setup cost, a pretty good penny, and you want to make sure you have exactly what you want. But for people who don't want to put a center channel in, or don't have, they put them on people put them on the floor and angle them up. Wrong idea, man. It should be right underneath your display. People put it over the top as long as it's angled down, because it should be ear height. So if you're putting something on the ground and angling it up, it's not ear height. And even at certain angles, ends up not being rear. Ends up not being. Here you go, buddy. Even at other channels and other things happening, it's not being utilized the right way. So you need it there. But with these, you don't need it at all. So, gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed that video. See what's going on, and hopefully, once I get some more information on those, you will all be buying them. Because trust me, at any price point, and I've heard speakers that are 60 grand, a pair, and I still have yet to hear something like that. Something as rich, or something as, the imaging on it is insane. Let's just say that. And if you can literally substitute and make your room that you don't have Atmos in sound like you have height speakers over your head or on your sides from using a pair of towers, trust me, that's what you'll want. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. Click like, hit subscribe, share it, and we'll talk to you soon.